Okay, I am hoping we are good now. Hello, everyone. Okay, let's see what we've got that happens here. All right, so this is Sue from Sue's Paper Creations, and I am just waiting to see if everything went to the right place this time. I had some issues getting on at 6:30 tonight. So there we go. I am back on. At least it's showing YouTube in the comments. So I'd say that Facebook is also going, which is good. So for some reason, as I was trying to log in at 6:30, I kept on getting some issues regarding Facebook would not let me on. Good, you found me now. You know what, Bev? I just got on here. Hello, Pat. Hello, Joan. Okay, we are up and going. This is great. Okay, so sorry I am half an hour late. I was having some technical difficulties getting everything up and going. There were some updates that went through my computer, I guess, last night, and I just had to rehook everything up. So thank you for your patience. And tonight we are going to make a really pretty blended card that has some texture, a little bit of heat embossing, and it uses a beautiful color theme. I have an original card that was made and designed by a good friend of mine, Heather, Happy Stamping with Hetty. We had a team gathering. It's been a week, 2 weeks now, I guess. Coming up almost 2 weeks here, and we did a little card buffet. So we got to make each other's cards, and this one Heather brought for us all to make, and it is beautiful. Now, she did mention that she got it. I'm trying to think where she originally saw it. I think it may have been, it was a US demonstrator. It'll come to me because I've met her before. Yeah, I can't remember right now. But anyways, Patty Bennett, that's who it was. It was originally, I think she originally saw the idea from Patty Bennett. She's a lovely lady. And so she did a little version for our gathering. Okay. Hello, everyone. So good to be here tonight with you all, and I'm glad that you're still up and awake. I didn't miss my moment to connect with you. I do have one more of July's fun fold that I'm going to be giving away, so I'm going to give that away tonight. But I'm going to show you the card, okay? Updates, what have I got for you? Let's see here. I have started the designs for October. It's beautiful. It uses gold and black and white. I'm using a pop of red in some of the cards, but this is one of our pretty designs. Kind of a more modern look these cards are going to be, but I do love them. Uses the ornamental Christmas, so that is going to be for October. And registration is open now until the 10th. Having said that, I will keep it open as long as product is available. As we are releasing a brand new set of huge amount of products on September the 3rd, all the papers, the ribbons, are going to be part of my product share. So that's why product share is only open for registration until September the 1st. At midnight, so that I can regroup, see how much of each of the product that I need, and start the process of preparing to order everything and get things organized for when everything comes in. So as for October's card club, because it uses one of the new bundles, I am going to try and keep registration open to the 10th. But if you want to do October, you're going to want to try and register before the 3rd, because I will be placing the order for all the products. And some of you are wanting to add in the gorgeous bundle, which has the stamp set and dies. And so I will order it right when everything goes live, so that it guarantees you getting it right before, because no one will have it yet. So that's all the information there. And the links are in in the description, okay? All right, so let's get down to creating tonight. I'm going to show you a beautiful card that we are going to toss up. Like I said, I like to take and do a quick and easy inspiration that I have found or has been designed from friends that I have created perhaps in the past, and we are going to toss it up for a brand new look, okay? Oh my goodness, this is fabulous. Everyone is joining in tonight. So this is the beautiful card that Heather brought for us to make earlier in the month when we had our little get together, and it is just so beautiful. This was a me mistake. I ran the texture upside down, but I'm going to run it the right side up for the one that I'm making in a different color combination. But even with this being kind of the deboss side, like I just ran it upside down, it still looks beautiful. And this card is really, really easy to make. It's a little bit of shading, some texture. I am going to do some heat embossing and use a different greeting on there, but I'm going to use some of the beautiful in color ribbon, and I think you guys are going to love this one, okay? Heather also had us do a little bit of shading on the envelopes as well. So this is just a piece again that was shaded in the same way and ran across with the beautiful garden embossing texture. So it just goes to show that you can add a little something to your envelopes to make them special, and it gets people excited about even opening up the card because they know whatever's in there is going to be fabulous when they see a little something special on the outside. So gives them a hint. All right. Okay, let's do it. All right. So I hope you had a great weekend. I can't believe we're already Tuesday already. I'm a little out of sorts because I actually worked yesterday and I never work a Monday. So to me, it does not feel like a Tuesday for sure. But here we are Tuesday night and we're tossing it up, okay? Hello everyone and welcome if you're just tuning in. So for our pieces here, we are actually going to be shading this piece of white cardstock. We are going to turn this into a beautiful color combination using the Lost Lagoon and the Secret Sea. So it is going to be some beautiful blues in this version. This one here used the Strawberry Slush and the Timid Tiger, which are two fabulous new in colors that were released in the annual catalog. And you know, it is fitting because all of the in color products are on sale until the end of the month. So even products like, like these beautiful papers, the boho vibes, even these papers, because they have in colors in them, they are included in the sale. So not only are like inks, cardstock, blends, all the basic stuff, the ribbons, the embellishments, but it also includes, say, pattern papers and stuff that have the in colors in them. So check out the sale because there's more to it than you think, okay? All right, so let's do some blending. So first step for this card is to take a piece. This here is 4 inches. Is it? Let's see. Yeah, it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay. And then this one here is 3/16 of a size smaller. So it's not 1/8 of an inch smaller, but it is 1/8 of an inch and then one extra little 1/2 of an eighth. Okay. So it's 3/16. So it's just a tiny bit smaller so that you have, can you see on Heather's here? Design, you can see that there is just that little bit of white that is in behind, and it just adds a beautiful look to the card, frames it in a little bit and lightens it up. So I have got the 2 white pieces. One we're going to transform with some blending, and one we're going to keep white to have a beautiful white matte and just a hint around our color. Okay, yeah. So let's do this. I'm going to take, and I'm going to start, I think, with my lighter color. And for this one, we did a little Timid Tiger on one side, Strawberry Slush on the other. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might toss it up like I like to do on Tuesday, and I might make it so that we have got kind of light and dark throughout. So we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. I'm going to start with, like I said, the lighter color, and I'm going to do a little Lost Lagoon. I'm going to bring in some cloud cover ribbon and some cloud cover embellishments because it's just kind of a beautiful lighter tone of all of these. And then I'm going to bring in kind of a color in between. So this, I guess, is going to be a monochromatic card, but it's just going to have, you know, a good variety or range of light and dark of the same tones. So we're going to bring in some cloud cover. We've got the Lost Lagoon. I brought in some Pretty Peacock, and then we've got the Secret Sea. So kind of 4 different colors, all within the same tone, but light and dark and medium. Okay. So, like I said, I'm doing this a little bit different. We'll see what it looks like. And it's going to be a different look because it's not going to be like pretty flower colors per se, but it's going to still be, I think, a beautiful look to it. Okay, I think we're going to go with that. So there we've got some bits and pieces there of the Lost Lagoon. I may go in a little bit more with the Lost Lagoon in a second, but I'm just going to use the same brush here, and I'm going to use the Secret Sea, and we're just going to add this in and around. So I don't want to blend too much over top because I do want to have both of the colors seen. In fact, when you get the Secret Sea next to the Lost Lagoon, it almost makes it look purple because it is kind of more of a deeper kind of greeny blue, but it does look almost purple-like with it being next to the Lost Lagoon. But I think it's going to be really pretty when it all comes together. So I'm not worrying too much about the bottom part of the paper here, as you can see, because I'm going to have that covered up. Now I'm starting to kind of blend it a little bit more into the Lost Lagoon. That is quite beautiful. I'm going to bring in, I think, the Lost Lagoon one more time just to darken it up just a tiny bit. Up here, and here, and in here. Okay, I think we're good. I like that. If you were to blend the two like different colors together, what colors would you try blending? That would be the question, right? Okay, let me know. Pop it in the comment. I'm going to run this through the texture, so I'm just going to be 1 second, but that is your question as I am running this. Now I am going to make sure that this time I do run it so that it's not upside down. So I have got the Stampin' Up, and I'm going to run it right about there, which is right in the middle of the texture. And we're going to see what this looks like. Okay, here we go. Move right back. So let's run it. Let's see, we need 1. And I'll need my other clear plate. Okay, and we'll run it through. Going to look pretty amazing. Okay, yeah, this is beautiful. So there we have got see the texture on there. That's quite pretty with those two colors. Quite like that. And we're going to add this beautiful dark color down here. So our next step is going to be to do a little bit of heat embossing. Okay, here we go. We're going to just dust this off with our embossing buddy. Just want to prepare the paper first before I stamp on it. And I think for this card, we are going to do a little relax and enjoy, I think is the greeting that we're going to put on there. Okay, let's have a look here. Purples, green and blue. Well, we're kind of green and blues tonight, aren't we? Okay. So I'm going to stamp it down here. Now this was done with just a black greeting on it. I'm going to toss it up for this one, and I'm going to do it with the white embossing. So we're just going to stamp down. Just want to make sure that's nice and straight. There we go there. And we're going to add that white embossing powder to it, okay? There we go. Just like that. And we're going to heat it up. So we're going to have a little bit of noise here for a second as we heat this up. But this is going to look quite pretty on this dark color. Okay, here we go. So there is our relax and enjoy. So that looks perfect. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rip our cardstock down here. And I want to have just an exposed edge. So I'm just going to go ahead and rip it across. And I'm going to glue that down. Look at how pretty that looks. We're going to glue that down just towards the bottom. Now, before I glue it down, I want to have a look and see, like, do I want it shorter anywhere? I think I'm going to bring this down just a little bit so we can see a little bit more of that texture. Let's see. Yep, I think that's perfect. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to glue that. And then we're going to put it onto the white, okay? There we go. So this is a very easy layout. You could do this with any of your textures. And it's just a matter of making the colors whatever you want it to be. Use your blending brushes, experiment with different shades. When you do mix colors together, just remember that you want to remember, like when you're back in elementary school, when you're experimenting with, you know, like blue and yellow makes green. So if you were to do a card that you shaded blue and you shaded yellow, as they connect, you're going to have also hues naturally of green. If you have red and orange, you're going to end up with also shades of pink in there as well. So you got to watch the colors that you blend together, because sometimes they can look a little muddy if they're not the right color combination. But that's why you experiment a little bit and have fun with it. Now I'm going to just pop this out, I think, with my little dimensionals. I did a tiny bit of organizing today. I had a little bit of time to organize, and I finished up my PDF for the Scenic Adventure Card Club, which is for the month of September. So the Zoom class and the in-person class is going to be coming up. I do believe it's the 6th and the 7th is when it's going to be coming up. And then I'm going to be doing the actual video tomorrow, but I've completed all the cards and the kits are already in the mail for those of you that are joining me on the Zoom or just wanted a kit. I've got those mailed out and you should have them arriving any day. So I look forward to creating with you. I hope you can make it for the live Zoom. That's always fun to get together. But if you can't, and if you are not within Canada but would like to do the virtual class, I will be popping all that information into my online store coming up by tomorrow. Okay, what I'm waiting for to do is I've done, and I can show you the cards actually. I'll show you the cards in a second. I have done the 4 cards for class. One of them is a Funfold class, or a Funfold card. And then so I am just going to create a couple extra cards that will be bonus on the PDF. I'm starting to add a couple extra cards onto the PDFs. Like last month, there was quite a few. This time I'm going to add 2 extra cards onto the PDF. So just so you have some different ideas on how to use your Scenic Adventure Bundle. And like I said, I'll have it all ready. I just want to create a couple extra bonuses for you before I send it all out. Okay, and I'm going to take the video sometime tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to thin out this ribbon just a little bit. On this one, we did a full width of the ribbon. I want to do something just a little bit different on this one, just to show you that if you have a card that you do not want the full width of your ribbon, if you love the color of it but it's just too wide for what you want, you can cut down the center of your ribbon. And you can also get a beautiful effect by just pulling some of the fibers out so that you have a little bit of a fringe. So I'm going to pull, see if I can get a few out of here. And can you see that? I've got ink all over my fingers already. But can you see how just pulling out the fibers, see how it's giving that really pretty delicate edge? And it thins out the ribbon so it's not so bulky. Now, if you are tricky with your bow making, let's see if I can do it. You can use these fibers and you can actually create a very, very delicate little bow. Hold on, see, I let go of them already. Hold on, I got to go back. You don't want to pop it down on the or on your work surface, or else you'll never get them all together again. But at the moment when you take the fibers out of the ribbon, if you want a little delicate bow to put maybe on one of your projects coming up, you can use these little fibers and you can create, it's kind of more of a messy bow, but it's nice and delicate. If it doesn't turn out perfect, then you just fray them a little bit. But there you kind of have a fun little delicate bow to go onto a project. Okay, so you can see that's just a little delicate one. All right, but we're going to use this piece and I'm going to just do a little bow. We're going to add some embellishments. Okay, now I will be working on this week more of our ornamental Christmas for my local crafters. If you are in the Victoria area, or I know I've got even some ladies, Vancouver Island ladies, that like to come down and join me for a full day of Christmas card making. I will be putting out my dates for my Christmas Stamp-A-Stacks. They end up using, there's 5 different designs of cards and you make 4 of each. I'm going to do 2 days, probably max it out at 12 people per day. So I'll just do 2 of them. And yeah, you get to come enjoy the whole day. Even though it's not even close to Christmas, because I usually run them in November. Well, kind of close, right? It's getting there. And sometimes even start at the end of October. I'll see what dates I end up picking. But we listen to Christmas music and we do jolly things. It is Christmas. For that day as we create, it is Christmas. And it is kind of a fun way to kick off the holiday season because it gets you excited about the season, and by the time you're done, you have got 20 cards that are all ready to mail whenever you're ready. Okay, I'm going to put that right there, just where the two meet. So see the little bow, big bow. I think they both look pretty. Okay. But yeah, those dates will be coming up. And then I will also work on November's card club. Okay. All right, so I think I'm going to go with these are the cloud cover, and these are the in-person flat pearls. These actually went out. If you did my product share for the annual catalog, these would have been one of your little bonus things that you received. Let me see, I'm going to do the daisies. I'm going to put them in the center. For the holiday catalog share, we are doing I think they're the shimmer or the glitter sequence adhesive ones. They're gold, red, and green. They're really, really pretty. And that is going to be the embellishment that you get with your product share, with all of your goodies for the holidays and for fall. Lots of fall papers in there too. Okay, I think that's perfect. Perfect little embellishment on there. Okay, so there is a little toss up, and see the difference between the embossed side, which was what I should have done for the first one, and the debossed side, right? So this is just the texture going the opposite way. I mean, they're both pretty, but when you do it the right way, it does look a little bit better, right? Okay, so there is Secret Sea, Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, and Cloud Cover. And here we have got the Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, and all of the Strawberry Slush embellishments. So pretty, right? And easy. It's an easy card to make, and it looks fantastic. Little bit of shading, a little bit of texture. And you get to kind of create your own palette. That's the best part of it. Okay, so I'm going to give away, I've got, like I said, one of my July fun folds, and I'm going to give it away live. If you are not within Canada, I will send you a video of the fun fold, so at least you do have the directions, and you'll be able to use the supplies in your craft room to recreate the fun fold. Unfortunately, I am not able to mail out products outside of Canada. That's just the rules. You love the deboss side. Okay, what is everyone else's vote? Deboss or the emboss side? Let me know. Color theme, do you prefer the pretty with the pinks, or a little switch up with the greens and the blues, the blue tones, right? You let me know. Small bow, little bow. Yeah, stamped, embossed, slightly different, both pretty, right? But yeah, I can't mail these out outside of Canada. Just like my card kits, I'm unable to do that. But I do have my full PDF store that will have all of my card club in it, and you can reach that through the link that I've got in the description. Okay, and they're super easy to follow. Quite a few of you have done them, and it is literally, well, I've got them right here. This is, let's see. These are just some of them. I've got them for Cheers and Sips, Cake Celebration. These are all the ones from January on. We've got Delightful Wishes. We've got Impressions of Bloom. We have got Terrific Toadstools. We have got Textured Notes. And the last month, August, the gallery blooms. So the nice thing is they are full color PDFs, and each card has cutting instructions as well as how to assemble them, and lots of colors, pictures in there. And then for the wow card or the fun fold, I put in extra description on which you can put them together. Okay, so these are all right now in my PDF store, and I will be adding in the Scenic Adventure, which are, let me see here, I will show you some of the card designs. These are the ones that you're going to be making in the class. So there's one. I love it. They're outdoorsy, which is just end of the summer. I love doing something kind of outdoors like. All right, so there's that one, really pretty. And you get all these beautiful papers. You end up making 2 of all of these ones. This one's probably my favorite with the ovals. I pre-cut the oval shapes, the arch shapes. As for the dies for the mountains and stuff, those are the ones that you are going to have the bundle, or there's a lot of other outdoorsy and scenic bundles from the past that I think would work beautifully with these, that you could make it work and have different outdoor scenes. Okay, so there's that one. And then for these ones, you'll use different papers if you would like. I'm going to have another set with different papers. And then here is your wow one. It is our interlocking, which is also the fun fold that someone's going to win in a second. And it opens up like that. It just looks so beautiful with the trees with this fold. And I love this secret sea color. It's just so pretty for outdoorsy things. So there is the Scenic Adventure class. So if you're doing that class in a couple weeks, there you go. You got to see what you're going to be up to. And I'm going to be adding, like I said, 2 extra designs on the PDF as well. All right, so let's go with comment number 5 tonight, and you're gonna get the July Fun Fold. Okay, let's see who's gonna get it tonight. So embossed and the pinks with the small bow. So this color tone, small bow, and maybe textured the right way, right? Absolutely. I think that's a great choice. I love all those choices. Embossed. Let's see here. We got Josie number 1. Lori is number 2. Joanne is 3. Oh, hold on. It just bumped up a whole bunch of people here. I got to go back to see where I'm at. So Josie was 1. Lori 2. Joanne 3. Alexina 4. And Lynn. Lynn Bracken. You are the winner tonight. So I'm going to pop you down here. That's exciting. I don't think that you have won this one yet. So you are going to get to do July's Fun Fold. I will send you the full instructional video, and then I will pop this in the mail tomorrow. So congratulations to you, Lynn. I know your address. I know where to find you. So I will pop that in the mail for you. Okay. All right. So there is your quick and easy Tuesday night toss-up, from pinks and oranges to beautiful blues. Couple little alterations just to see the different looks, the subtle changes. And I am so glad that you all came and joined me this evening. Like I said, thank you for waiting a little bit as I dealt with a few little resets and technical difficulties, but I should be set up now for a bit, right? The update's been done. And next time I see you will be, let's see here, we are Tuesday, so we're looking at Friday morning. We are going to do a little bit of creating together Friday morning. I will post the rest of this week's lives and for the following week as well, because I think I've gone through all the ones that were posted already. So I will put up all of the next 3 or 4 lives so you know when to find me here live. And I hope you guys have a good evening. So hopefully you will check out, again, I've got the PDFs, I've got the kits that I can mail out to you within Canada for October. Like I said, we've got a little bit of a window left for both that share, the product share for the holiday catalog, and all the new online exclusive papers, ribbons, package of embellishments I check in, some card bases, and some other fun stuff. And we've got a few days left for October's card club registration. Okay, so hop on in, join us, and I will see you on Friday morning. Okay, goodbye everyone, have a good night, take care.